Hello and welcome. My name is Kathelijne Marritt-Alers and I work as a Senior Product Manager at 𝗂𝐸. With me today I have my colleague Manuel Alonso and Jürg Stalder, and we would like to talk about the topic around reporting relevant crypto assets. This falls under the Crypto Asset Reporting Framework, or CARF, as you will have heard. Now, the parties that will likely have to do this reporting are so-called CASPs, Crypto Asset Service Providers. And with these main definitions out of the way, I would like to start with the first question. How does 𝗂𝐸 support CASPs? Jürg, can you tell us a bit about this?
Sure, yeah. So indeed, CASPs, or more specifically reporting CASPs under the Crypto Asset Reporting Framework, are a new type of users of 𝗂𝐸 data, actually. And the way we are supporting CASPs is by providing reference data, identifications, classifications, just how we do for traditional assets as well. So specifically for CARF, we have developed a so-called CARF indicator that helps us to mark the CARF-relevant assets according to the standard. So we are supporting CASPs in their reporting duties by providing this standard identification together with all the regulatory data sets that we have built up around digital assets.
Now, what are the key differences between CARF and its reporting requirements and existing frameworks such as FATCA or CRS?
So specifically to CRS, it's actually more prone to basically say what is the same. So both CARF and CRS are international standards for the exchange of tax information. In the case of CRS, which has been in place for 10, 11 years now, you report on so-called traditional assets. In the case of CARF, it's about relevant CARF crypto asset transactions. So the main difference really is that in one case, for traditional assets, you report on so-called proceeds, that is like interests or other proceeds or dividends, account balances as well. Whereas in CARF, the expectation is that you will report on combined and accumulated crypto-relevant transactions.
Can there be differences between different jurisdictions under such a global standard?
Well, I would answer this that as this is a global standard approved by counting now 52 jurisdictions, is there can be no variations with regards to the standard. The standard is the standard. The standard has definitions on what is a crypto asset in the standard. However, as every standard, I guess there are for local implementation, so each jurisdiction that has committed to implement CARF will come up with a legal framework or a law, an ordinance on how to implement the standard. And there it is possible, as we've seen in the past as well with other standards, that there can be local variations. With regards to what constitutes a CARF-relevant asset, we think that really the identification as set forth in the standard, also some of the exceptions that are already in the standards are going to be the same across those jurisdictions that want to implement CARF.
Now, Manuel, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what types of data do CASPs need and what role do accuracy and completeness of that data play?
Thank you for this nice question. I mean, there is a complete description about which kind of data a CASP need to provide for the reporting purpose. Some of them I can mention very easy. You need to identify all reportable transactions of the reportable crypto assets with regard to the user, buy part, selling part, transmission part, whatever. This has to be reported. Moreover, the CASP themselves, they have to be disclosed with every single field to report, that every single steps are recorded also. You need to identify wallets as well as the reportable crypto assets. And here is where SIX offer several kind of data that will help CASP to create this reporting. One example, the name of the reportable crypto asset. This is already included in the service because we use the standardized ISO DTI, digital token identifier, where this is part of, and as the reporting description mention the DTI in a way that the name has to be in line with the DTI. My colleague mentioned it before, and there are some aspects where you may also report the symbol, and this type of identifiers, we offer this. We can help all CAPs creating this kind of reporting. Yes.
Now, are there any technical considerations that CASPs need to be aware of?
Yes, there are several, not only technical but regulatory aspects, like, for instance, compliance, data integrity. They have to satisfy what this reporting is demanding from the CASP, and of course to provide this accurate data to the regulatory bodies worldwide, there where this new regulation applies. Yes.
Now, are there any innovations in data tagging relating to CARF-relevant assets?
Yes. After reading the OECD CARF, I detect immediately there I was particularly missing one of the essential point, and this is with the standardized codes for the classification of crypto assets. Why? I don't know. I used to work very close to standards, with ISO standards specifically, and this aspect, how to identify the economic functions of crypto assets. When we are talking about crypto assets such as bonds, digital funds, whatever, or payment tokens like Bitcoin, Ether, and so on, or utility tokens, or stable coins, rapid coins, whatever. We have a lot of, maybe for that reason, they didn't create a specific classification. But again, here we offer the service creating not only the classification, but also sub-classification in order that CASP can use this data together with the DTI and consolidate all kind of data they need for their reporting. And moreover, we also offer pricing in real time or end of day brackets Swiss time, because there is not an end of day for crypto assets. For other kind of digital assets, maybe, but not for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manuel. Thank you very much for your interest in this interesting topic of relevant crypto assets and the reporting thereof. I'd also like to thank both of my colleagues for their valuable inputs. If you're interested in this topic and would like to find out even more on what SIX is doing, then please have a look at the SIX Group website for more information.